thanks everyone for tuning in to our very first segment for the month of April 2023. We are devoting the entire month to doing segments on workforce development. We're interviewing members of our community, businesses, community organizations, and especially members of the business community who are joining forces with these amazing programs to make sure that they are relevant to the applicants, to the businesses in today's world. So we want to start off by showcasing the work of workforce development. We have the CEO, Yvonne Fry, and then we also have the Vice President and Community Relations Officer for Regions Bank, Mr. Stephen Ponzillo. Regions Bank has been a long supporter of this program that's called Future Careers Academy that is run by Workforce Development Partners. Quite a mouthful, but you all do such great work. Thank you for joining me this morning. And Yvonne, let's start with you. Explain to folks who are watching this what it is that you all do with your Future Careers Academy.
Thank you, Lizette, and thank you, Stephen, as our partner, for being with us today as well. We are so excited to share. We're in our 8th year as a nonprofit. We didn't start out to really even be a program. We started out as a grassroots organic walkout from our business community who has had historically hiring needs that just continues to escalate because we live in such an in-demand, wonderful, thriving place here in the Tampa Bay region. Our businesses need great workforce, and the Hillsborough County School District has a huge pipeline. They're the 6th, 7th largest school district in the country, and every year turn out all of these great seniors who, the quicker that we can get them aligned and into the workforce, into additional training opportunities and so on, the better for everyone. And so Future Career Academy is our signature program of workforce development partners. And our mission is to prepare and connect students to the great jobs, career paths, and training opportunities in their communities. And we are doing that in their classrooms, in their senior year, in English classes, 1 day a week. 20% of their English curriculum in their senior year is workforce development. So they're learning about industries and professional development and all different things to help prepare them for what is coming in April. We do a series of different experiences and engagement directly with our business community throughout the year. But in April is our big job fairs where we are trying to get them ready as they're about to graduate to start that application process. So that's what's coming up for us and what we wanted to talk about today.
And you all really take the concept of job fairs to the next level. There are so many that you do week after week. And before we get to the details of that, right, because we want the business community watching this to see, hear it, and think, how can I get involved? How can I be one of the businesses that are there? So I turn to you, Stephen. Regions Bank has been a partner in this. Without companies like Regions Bank participating in these Future Career Academy job fairs, they wouldn't have the results that they have. Explain to the viewer what that has been like for Regions Bank. What has this participation felt like on your end as from the business side?
Something that we have been a part of in a variety of ways, most often being part of our branch managers, being part of panels. So when you talk about, Lisette, someone who's a senior in high school, I don't know about you, but even working for the bank, I still discover new opportunities that we have. So to ask a high school senior to know what all of those possibilities could look like and how they, in the next 6 months, year, short period of time, can become a part of that is really critical for us to make sure that they know that. Why is that? Because our branch managers, those are the folks that they're going to be working with. Those are going to be members of their team. And how can they bring a new idea? How can they bring a different perspective? How can they maybe even reaffirm a best practice that we already have in place for one of our customers or a whole set of neighborhoods and communities where that branch is really a linchpin? So those things have been outstanding. And I can say from our branch manager side, and for any of our associates who have been part of it, they are just so thrilled to be able to go to answer questions, but really share their experience. Because in so many cases, those leaders that we now have in place were in those seats not that long ago. Now, much longer for me, but maybe not quite as long for them.
How would you say that being part of this job fair for the Future Careers Academy has helped your business in tangible ways? Is it through increasing diversity? Is it as simple as showing people all the different kinds of jobs that exist in the banking industry today? Like, what are some of the tangible ways?
I think it's twofold. I think it starts with those different opportunities, and then folded into that is, if there are that many opportunities, then it only strengthens our point as to why we need different faces, different perspectives, different backgrounds, different skill sets in so many of our different roles, whether that starts at our branches and continues into other opportunities in different lines of business, or whether that just means you become an amazing leader within that line of business that starts at our branches. All of those things are critical. And, let's take it from a practical standpoint. If you are a customer, or maybe a potential customer, that's hesitant about coming into the branch, you don't know who is there that is going to be there to support you. If it's someone that you know and trust already, that is going to make a world of difference and allow us to help you meet the next step in your financial journey. So it really incorporates all of those pieces, and I think in very, very tangible ways.
Thank you, Stephen. Yvonne, before we run out of time, give us like a quick rundown of what happens in these career fairs. You've got, all these different locations. They're assigned by neighborhoods. Give us the elevator pitch, so to speak, of the career fairs.
Absolutely. And Stephen, as you shared, your managers who have connected with these kids and being relatable, have come from their communities, are similar in their stories and backgrounds. It is so powerful for those students to have hope in their heart. And that's what will activate them into their greatest success with these career fairs that we have. We call them hiring events because there is so much urgency around them actually filling out applications that day. We have 6 different ones. There's 32 high school career and exceptional centers in Hillsborough County. And so we want these to be localized so that our local community groups and so on can come in and support, build that sense of community for these students, to let them know how valuable they are for our future. And we start out the day, the very beginning of the day is my favorite part. We all line up, all the adults, all the employers, our partners, everybody lines up and cheers as these kids get off the bus with signs that say, "I've got a job for you. I can't wait to meet you." And we just really want them to know how important they are, and that today holds so much future for them, holds so much, potential for them. And we're going to divide those kids up into groups so that it is a manageable, meaningful opportunity for those employers to really engage with them and start that application process. We rotate them with 2 other panels: how to make more money, which is all about training, because that's a very important part of the skilled workforce, and also Life 101 crash course. And Regions is going to be a vital piece of that as well. And talking to them about, things that we want to impart to them as they're about to get ready to get that first real paycheck. And what do we do? And what does their future look like? So the other part of the day that I'll mention is another program under our nonprofit. It's called Best Florida Jobs. And about 6 months after our very first job fair 8 years ago, it was at one high school. And 6 months later, I got a call from an unknown number, and a young lady said, Miss, can I get back in that room? And I was trying to figure out what room she meant. What was this all about? And it turned out that she wasn't quite ready and didn't understand the significance of who she was in that room with, those hiring managers, those general managers, owners, and operators of companies. And she had then gone on to be filling out online job applications and had not really gotten much results. And she realized if she could get back in that room, but at that point she was an adult and we couldn't put her back there. I've also had parents of students over the years come and say, "You're talking to my student about wages that I've never made in my life. How can I access and apply for these things?" And so we do Best Florida Jobs is our adult portion from 12 to 2, available to do a whole community lift, as well as to round out the hiring needs of our business partners and give them a greater opportunity for hiring and meeting their needs so that they can grow and thrive as well. But our whole day for businesses, they're at 8:00, done at 2, and you will see 400 plus students at every single one of these. 400 plus students that come in with their resume, ready to fill out applications, and are eager and excited and hopeful for what opportunities are there. And we ask that businesses, if you are hiring and you've got opportunities, let's not leave that on the table. I just fervently want every type of industry, every type of opportunity to be represented for those kids so that nobody goes away empty-handed and they all are able to activate that hope that we've been working on this whole year, and to know that there is a bright future ahead with their greatest success with one of our world-class companies like Regions. So we'd love for others to join us and appreciate the opportunity to share.